you? Hey, Grace.
Yeah, at halftime.
At halftime.
Rachel.
We'll grab you at halftime. Perfect.
All right, underway here. Paulo's lining up an interview, and Rachel was ready to go, but we told her to come back at halftime. Dick Herman here, Gino Gang on camera. Paula Maloney trying to join me in the booth, but she's being pulled around by all officials, fans, players,
Referees.
coaches, everybody.
Absolutely. Well, good afternoon, Dick, and what a beautiful day we have. First 40 minutes of soccer activity.
I was in church this weekend, Paula, and I prayed for two things.
Yes.
I prayed for a Patriots win.
Yes.
And I prayed for warm weather today, so you wouldn't be whining the whole game.
Thank
so
goodness.
you cannot whine about the weather today.
No, it's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be like this the entire week, but, well, absolutely. And then I think a cold front's coming in.
Even Gino said to me after the game last week, he says, was she really complaining that much about the weather, Dick?
Oh, my
I did
Lord.
not say that.
Yeah, I was getting texts about it.
Into the sea. She's dragging me in.
Welcome to Lady Whalers Soccer versus Monomoy. What I want to point out today is, well, first and foremost, we have a new coach, as you all know, Coach Taylor, who's doing a phenomenal job. The girls right now are 5-3-2, which is an impressive record, Dick, considering they've lost 11 seniors. But the one thing that I really want to point out from inception to pay attention to is normally they play in a formation of 4-4-2. So 4 in the offensive position, 4 in midfield, and 2 as defenders. They've switched that today, and they're playing strictly offensively. They want to get off fast and furious, so they're setting up in a 3-5-2 formation, which is pretty unusual. You very rarely see that in high school soccer.
Well, one of the reasons for that is this is the rematch, and the first time these two teams played each other, it was 0-0.
Right.
As they like to say in Europe, 0-0.
0-0. Or in the United States, donut. So I'm finding that interesting that they're working, that they've come up with that strategy, but you very rarely see 5 in that midfield line. So this is going to be interesting. Paige Albertson between the pipes. She's been solid all season. I'm hoping to interview her at halftime. I was just talking to her coach about how understated she is. She's humble, she's quiet, but she gets the job done for Nantucket. This looks to be a good soccer game coming up.
Yeah, Nantucket would really like to get the win today, get a goal. As we're talking about, nobody scored over in Harwich when they met earlier this month. Remember, Monomoy High School is Harwich and Chatham combined. For the people that don't already know that, they've been combined for probably going on about 5 years now. Officially, the new school built over there. They got combined actually before the new school was built, but now they're all in the same building. So. They're going to be they are a big opponent, so it's a feather in Nantucket's cap that they tied them over there 0-0. Let's see if they can beat them today.
Right, they've been doing some changing around. If you notice, that lead pass was just drilled by number 4, Emma Pierce. She's in the midfield position, Dick, on the right-hand side, so they're utilizing her. She was a defender, and they're using her in one of the midi positions because apparently she's quite fast, and they're looking to incorporate her style of play along with her speed on the field. So we're going to be watching her. We're also going to be watching Nina Wilson, who they put in on the other side of the midi. The nucleus of the team is Emily. I'm drawing a blank to her last name. Emily, help me here. Just drew a complete blank. To Emily Ballinger, excuse me. So she's going to be in that midi position. So those three together are going to play off one another. And then you're going to have Haley Johnson in wing along with Catherine Pittman. So hopefully that fivesome is going to really be controlling the flow of this game.
We're in the first half here. We'll mention some of our fine sponsors down the road, but portion of the first half brought to us by Don Allen Auto Center. New and used vehicles on sale at Don Allen.
And look for this to be a game on the ground. I don't think we're going to see many headers in this game. Whoops.
Thank you, sir.
And Nantucket wants to make the tournament. They got to stay above 500. So this is a big, as you say, coming into this game, 5-3. The 2 games above 500 now. A win today, that's a nice cushion.
Absolutely, and I think in all our years covering soccer, I've never seen them go to this formation. So they're taking a little bit of a risk because if Monomoy is able to push through to that defensive line and get past them, then it's trouble.
And that's what you're talking about right there. But the 2 forwards come back in a hurry and supplement, giving the 5 defenders back there in a hurry. So if you have a couple of girls that are very fast like that there, they can get back and help out, which they did there. Albert G. Brock Insurance wants to wish each and every student the best year. Brock Insurance here to provide you all your insurance need. Go Whalers, Albert G. Brock.
Emma Pierce with the throw in. We've got Mae Blackwell out there, Catherine Pittman, one of the strongholds of this team, Paige Albertson, as we had stated earlier, in the pipes. Her backups being Grace Bartlett, who will be utilized on the field the first half. Be interesting to see if they switch goalies. I have a feeling they're not going to do that. What do you think, Dick?
I would say no at this moment. Here's a a beautiful floater coming in there, which gave the goalie a little bit of trouble, and then the Nantucket girl was right in position. If she dropped that ball, that would have been a goal, Paula.
Unbelievable. That was Caroline Richards and Nina Wilson. That was solid soccer there, Dick.
Some of our fine sponsors here: Cognitive Home Insurance, Killen Real Estate, Nantucket Pharmacy, Island Pharmacy, Santa Service Removal, Harbor Fuel, Nantucket Airlines, Egan Institute, Peter Beaton Hat Studio, Pete's Fresh Fish Prints, Gray Lady Insurance, the UPS Store, Nantucket Booster Club, John Rath Builder, the Downy Flake, Sherbin Management, Brock Insurance, the Sea Grill, Don Allen Auto Center, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, and we're underway here. And the official's asking to get a ball boy on the other side there.
Harry.
Oh.
He's at the Boys and Girls Club, though.
Oh, Harry's at the Boys and Girls Club. Remember the days when they'd be almost fighting the Zeef kids and McClellans as to who's going to be a ball person?
All over the fighting for it, right. So now they get a couple extra ones on the other side here. The coach actually brought one over. This is Superintendent Kozart. He could take over and do that. Mike will be
He'll do whatever it takes.
Although, you know what, wouldn't there be a conflict of interest perhaps, or no? I mean, I don't know, you know.
Mike just going to roll his sleeves right up and take over and be ball boy. Awesome.
So we're hearing Coach Taylor out of my left ear, and you've got assistant coach Kristen Beebe, who I just met, and Sabrina Dawson, the wonder kid of Nantucket Whaler soccer history, one of the best and
one of
the best in the state of Massachusetts, one of the strongest scorers. She's come back after graduating from Endicott College, so we welcome her back to the program, and what a great impact and influence she's had on these girls, Dick.
It's really great to see the former athletes come back, you know.
Oh, I love it.
You see it in a lot of the sports, mainly the male side, you know, the football coaches, the boys basketball coaches, some of the girls basketball coaches. You don't see a lot on the female side, so it's...
I have to say, this lineup's making me a little nervous, or is it just me? Because Paige is coming out of that net quite a bit. I'm sure you're catching the same game I am, and she's coming out a lot to greet the ball, so to speak. I worry about her just having two defenders back there, Dick.
Well, that becomes a problem if she doesn't handle it, yeah. And I'm not familiar with the defense you're talking about. I'm playing through my mind as you're explaining it, but you may be putting extra
offense.
The extra offense on, but you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense, and maybe
Right.
Paige is going to decide that she has to come out a little bit further to stop the ball.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to ascertain as I'm watching this. They must see something with this team where they feel as though they can't be flat-footed, and they need to be, putting the pressure on manning up in that offensive position. But I guess we'll figure it out as the game goes on.
Some more of our fine sponsors: Cavalier Gallery, Ladybird Lingerie, Joe Rapaki CPA, Island Lumber, Martin Board Painting, Cowboys Meat Market, Stover Engineering, Cam Appliance.
Whoa, wow, what a deep kick from Nina Wilson up in Mae Blackwell. That was brilliant.
Island Carpets, Nantucket Parcel Plus, TNT Water Sprinkling, The Island, the Package Store, Connell Electric, Valero and Sons Garden Center, James Leyden, Sons and Daughter Roofing, and here comes another one here, Espresso to Go, bringing you this one.
Nina Wilson with the kick. Nice and deep.
Yeah, a little bit too far out, I think,
Yep.
to get any offense on it.
Caroline Richards keeping it down there. Nice job. Good pressure by Caroline, marking that person from Monomoy. I'm seeing too many blue, if you look at the field quickly, Dick, that are not marked. That they need to really stop chasing the ball and I think focus on the players that they're due to be covering. I think otherwise you lose the essentials of the game.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Monomoy's doing a good job of controlling this. Ooh, Ballinger with a deep kick.
Well, the extra girls up there now
Nice
is
one.
paying off for Nantucket. But they aren't generating any good shots
Catherine
out of it. There's a
Pittman.
possible good shot.
Beautiful
Oh, they're
handball.
going to call for the
Darn.
handball. Bounced right up into her.
Right into Haley Johnson, number 31. That was unavoidable. The Monomoy's they're scrappy. I guess that's the word I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I
No.
mean, these two teams played another 10 minutes today, so that means they've played 90 minutes of shutout soccer. Nobody can get a goal.
Oh, so it was 0-0 when they played the other game.
Yes.
Oh, this is interesting. Really interesting. Now I'm on the edge of my seat even
So the
more
first,
so.
yeah, the first goal today is going to be huge.
Huge.
Nice,
Oh,
nice,
May
nice.
Blackwell almost getting it. Do it again, May! She's one of the sleepers on this team, May Blackwell. She's aggressive out there.
That could have been a handball.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call that. Over to May. There she goes. She's got great awareness on the field. Nice kick. She's going to bring it down again. That a girl. Just over the head of
Got a
Haley
little bit
Johnson.
of wind there. You see some of the balls going in that way. They're
think-
drifting back out.
I think I'm going to have to leave. You promised me good weather. You said you prayed for it, and I'm noticing the flags fluttering.
Paul, if you start complaining about weather today, I'm not going to call you for any November games.
I'm not complaining about anything. Clemson pulled out a win, although they looked horrible with a capital H and went into overtime.
Was
look
that
at this,
the
look at
North
this,
Carolina
look at this.
State?
Get it in, get it in.
Oh!
In. Oh, my
Two.
gosh.
Two big saves, one of them by the forward.
Holy baboli, that should have been a goal. That was unreal, according to Josh Butler, and he's absolutely correct with that call. 3 shots, that should have been drilled right in there. You know what? You got to hand it to the goalie from Monomoy, though. She was on her A game, but Monomoy is switching fields very quickly, and now the pressure's on Nantucket.
Well, the last save there was by the defender coming over it, and the ball just hit her. She's not in that position. Nantucket has a goal, and there's a big shot there, and that number 5 is a good player.
You know, Paige Albertson, you're not going to get anybody better between the posts in this game. But again, what concerns me is them going on a bit of a limb with this lineup, Dick. I'm just not feeling it right now. 27-16 on the clock. Nice clearance.
A little bit of a push there, yeah.
I'd say it's
Stuck.
pretty even, Steven. Do you think?
It is. Well, it
yeah.
is. It's a very even match, and two pretty even teams, as we say. So, you know, the first goal could be the only goal. That's going to be huge. So, you got to play defense and not let Monomoy get the goal, and you got to play offense and see if you can sneak one by.
Wow, now that was a deep kick. She's got a nice kick, number 13 for Monomoy. See, they're setting it up pretty well. They're taking their time, Monomoy. They're not
Notice how
rushing
they
it.
cross in the fields
Yep.
too. Nantucket's got to be aware of that.
And they're crossing all these right in front of the goalie, so they're trying to wear them down, but
Sub coming in, some more of our fine sponsors. Fast Forward, Nantucket Seafood, Hawthorne Guest House, Ryder Electric, Nantucket Shellfish Association,
Bless you.
Kitty Murtaugh's, Nantucket Boys and Girls Club, Outdoor Power, Just Do It 2 Sport Fishing, The Dog Wash, Fairgrounds Restaurant, Boathouse Restaurant, Cottage and Castle, the Scrimshaw Gallery.
throw in by Monomoy real quickly. Clemson, horrible game with a capital H. I had it on at the office. It went into overtime. It was an act of God, literally.
That's
the-
school.
the-
North Carolina State is right down the street from
Right.
where the Devlali Wallers live.
Oh,
so
well, NC
they
State.
were all rooting for NC State. Oh, that's a
Shame
tough
on
one.
them. Oh, she punched that out. I'm surprised she didn't trap that, but you know what? Great play by Paige Albertson. That paid off. NC State, real quickly, yeah, so they missed the extra, the point was blocked.
All right.
I couldn't believe it. I had a 4-year-old in the office jumping up and down. He has no clue what's going on, but I'm like screaming. But NC State really deserved the win. That was Clemson played horribly, but that's always, it's the Wolfpacks, right?
The Wolfpack.
Yeah, that's always a great, it's kind of like a Martha's Vineyard Nantucket rivalry. It's always
Yeah.
a good one down there.
Well, the Wolfpack is been known for basketball over the years more than
absolutely.
more than football.
And I'm sorry the Dlippewas were cheering for the wrong team, but I will talk with them.
Nantucket Electrical Contractors, Champion Rentals, the Steamship Authority, Nantucket Trees Landscaping, Highland Floor and Finishing, Painting, Sun Island Few, Rudy's Painting, and the new guy aboard, Faucet Man Plumbing and Heating. If you want to be the new guy aboard, 15 a week, 15-second video, best fall ad on the island. Give Gino a call, 508-292-2203.
Let me tell you, Monomoy's got some legs. These girls have got deep kicks. Are you catching these corner kicks?
They are very strong, yeah. And I'm just wondering if it's, I'm always fascinated with the way the wind blows in the field. I'm wondering if the wind is giving that end an advantage on the kicking. We'll keep an eye on it, but they are getting strong kicks down that end, that's for sure.
But this side of the field is there's a lot of play on the right-hand side to the right of Page, Albertson, and I'm wondering if they're going to reassess at halftime, Dick, and perhaps switch their defensive and offensive lines around and maybe go back to that 4-4-2 formation. Be interesting to see if Coach Taylor decides to stick with the plan or switch. And yeah, I agree with Gino, that was a handball. Let's go, Nantucket. Man on, number 7.
Nice move there. Nice move there.
That was a really great move by Natalie Gammas, number 7, no stranger to the soccer field. She's got great ball awareness. Trying to clear it out. Lily Bartlett, number 8. You know, I'm so used to us covering the boys' game. Part of me is looking for Mario.
Mario to break it out.
And,
girls do not
Romaine.
The girls do not have a superstar in the caliber of Mario that can run the field himself. They have to.
But you know what? Blessing. You know, it's salt and pepper kind of team. You know, it's interspersed within them, and they've got a lot of talent that adds up to a win. Again, rebuilding year, as we know, 5-3-2, or reloading.
Reloading, yeah.
Reloading. And
Haley Johnson just
pressing.
went out. She's a freshman, and
Isn't she just born? It's like, my God.
Kelly,
Emily Ballinger trying to get it to that midi line.
Rosha Kelly's in there. She's a freshman also, so a very young squad here.
I'm surprised he didn't call that just then, out of bounds, but I noticed the other linesman is not here today.
No.
Oh, Catherine Pittman.
Is that the guy that called you a spectator?
Spectator, yeah. You know what? I've been having nightmares. I haven't been able to sleep the last couple. I keep waking up in the middle of the night.
You wake up in the middle of the night and
ghost.
say, "I'm not a spectator."
Exactly. I sit up and I'm like punching the air, going, "Spectator." I actually told my daughter that, and she said, "And what's the problem?" I said, "Because he." Never mind.
All right.
Oh, deep kick. Oh,
they got some
strike. Set it up,
fire.
set it up, set it up.
Oh, they had the ball in there, just couldn't get the shot off.
Don't
Got to
you-
take advantage of them, yeah.
I think Monomoy, Dick, I think you would agree with me, is setting the line of action up much stronger in front of Page. They're crossing back and forth to one another. Nantucket seems a little nervous to me here and a little bit scattered. Not their best play that I've seen,
Well,
but they are holding them at bay. I give them
you
that.
know, you when you try something new as in this new formation,
Right.
maybe you don't feel as comfortable. Maybe you find yourself slipping back into your old formation, and then
Right.
you got to adjust and get back up and say, "Oh, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be over there." You know.
I wonder how often they've tried this in practice. That was Rosha Kelly, number 3, my lucky number on the field. Got a lot of new players that we're looking at today too, Dick, coming up from the JV level. So they've got a deep bench, which is great.
Okay, a couple subs coming in. They've got you covered in town and out of town. Nantucket Island Pharmacies in town, 45 Main Street, out of town, 122 Pleasant Street. Both pharmacies offer you prescriptions, nutrition, beauty product. Nantucket Island Pharmacies.
Have you been catching any Saturday Night Live? It's just a simple yes, no question.
Not when it's on live, no,
Right,
but
the
you know,
repeats.
you get the repeats and
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And it's brilliant. It's
Oh.
absolutely brilliant.
The
And
pacing back and forth was killing me, the way Alec Baldwin pulled
Alec
that off.
Baldwin running behind
Oh,
like a little scat mouse. And
and the
for,
lip, the lower lip,
Yeah.
the pout.
Donald Trump wants to take Saturday Night Live off the air because they're influencing the election.
Oh.
If Saturday Night Live can influence
See,
the election,
yeah.
we are living in a great country.
Lorne Michaels must be dying. Has he Trump filed a lawsuit against them yet? Or what's today's?
God.
It's such an interesting election.
Trump fires a lawsuit against the Cumberland Farms if the coffee comes out cold, you know.
Natalie Gam is number 7, keeping it in action. Rosha Kelly, number 3. I think this is our first time covering her in the field, Dick. Rosha Kelly, and she is a 9th grader, so that would make sense. Again, the JV team is part of the varsity?
Right.
Yeah, okay. So you have to have it under the guise of one principal? I always get confused with that for some
Well,
reason.
no. To have an 8th grader eligible, you have to have it under
Oh, that's what it-
A
okay.
freshman can play for varsity or JV team in one week and go back and forth. You know,
Got it, okay.
not in the same day, but usually if there's a
Right.
JV game going on, it's at the same time. Field hockey, on the other hand, the JV game follows the varsity game, so a kid could play a little bit in the varsity game for field hockey and then switch over and play a little bit in the junior varsity.
Interesting. I like that. All right, 18:31 on the clock. It is 0-0. Emma Pierce, nice deep kick up to Kelly, who's trying to make something happen there. Back to Caroline Richards. Ballinger intercepting, trying to bring it upfield. Look for Nina Wilson to be scoring. She's usually one of their ringers, as is Ballinger. There she goes. Nice cross. Oh, to Pittman. She wants to set it up.
That's good pressure weight.
That's
That
the way
was-
to play.
That was a good setup there, and Monomoy getting rid of the ball. Nantucket had some numbers there,
That-
keeping it in.
It was like they heard what we said. You need to set up, communicate, put that pressure on in front of the goal. But Monomoy's controlling this stick in many
Nice
ways.
defense
Oh,
there. Young lady goes down. She might have hurt her knee.
She looks like she's still going. Nina Wilson trying to bring it in that corner.
She's just stretching herself out. She's going to stay in the game.
I notice the wind turbine is just going faster and faster and faster. And the shadows are getting longer on the field.
The
Time 5 feet.
When is daylight savings time? Because you know I'll forget.
Not until November 6th.
Oh, good. So
the
don't
week-
touch my clock.
The
Yeah.
week after Halloween, Paula.
Isn't it switched? Wasn't it
It
earlier
used to,
before?
for many, many years, it was always the Saturday before Halloween. And I used to think they did it so that, it would be darker early so the kids go out
Right.
early. But now they do it the week afterwards, which maybe they want to keep it lighter earlier. I don't
would
know.
think that you'd want to keep it lighter for the kids when you want to get them out there. Although my girls always wanted to go when it was dark out.
Yeah,
That was the time to go.
If it's dark at 4:15, 4:20, you can get out there trick-or-treating that much earlier, I would think.
And what a great job they do on the island with the fire department and Main Street. opening
Main-
up
the Main Street is,
Newtown Road. It's so fun.
I think the fire department is become obsolete. I'm not 100% sure because the parade has become so popular.
Oh, yeah,
but I
the
could be
parade's
wrong.
fun,
I
too.
could be so wrong on that.
Oh, look at Wilson trying to set it up. She is hustling. She wants a goal, Dick.
Well, speaking of Halloween, if you need to get any candy, cards, or costumes, check out Island Variety for all your Halloween needs. They have it. If anything for Halloween, find it at Island Variety, 5 Freedom Square.
Caroline Richards. The ball went over to the kids on the playground there. That's how far over it went. I don't know if you caught that. With the throw in.
Our ball boy didn't make it down to the corner there.
Apparently not.
There's a shot, a little bit high.
Oh, just a touch high, but you know what? Good effort. Nice job by Emily Ballinger, Catherine Pittman, and Caroline Richards.
You gotta take the shots if you want to score.
I'm still shocked we do not have a score. But
We've played 25 minutes today on top of the 80 over there. So over 100 minutes, these two teams are 0-0 against each other. That in itself is amazing.
So explain to those that are watching in high school athletics, if it's 0-0, you don't go to overtime unless
No.
it is the
Tournament,
tournament.
yeah, tournament play.
Because I remember a few tournaments we've covered where it's gone into double overtime.
Different sports have different rulings. Like in football, even though it's a regular game, you can't go into overtime. In basketball, you can go into overtime. Hockey, ice hockey, you can't. Soccer, you can't. So different sports have different rulings. But in the tournament, you have to get a winner. So no matter what the sport is, in tournament play, you have to play overtime, right?
Excellent hustle by Nina Wilson. That was an important play at that point, because guess what? This girl, number 17 from Monomoy, she was ready to motor forward with number 18. And these two in the offensive side for Monomoy are making me nervous, Dick. They just are not running out of any energy. And if you notice, they have not been substituted the entire game.
He's getting in a lot of the other girls, but he's keeping them in there, as you say. They're the top dogs.
My nephew's been playing soccer, and I'm going to surprise him and go to a game next week before his birthday, and asked my brother, I said, you know, he's 5, turning 6, you know, how does he like it? He said, well, sometimes he's interested and sometimes he's not, you know, which is pretty indicative of that age. They're
Oh yeah, I've seen my grandkids play when they're 5 years old. Lots of times it's just standing around, watching a butterfly.
waving.
One of my grandkids, Liam, was in I don't know if it was a soccer game or a t-ball game. All of a sudden, he's over getting a drink of water, sitting down. His mom goes over and says, "What's going on?" And he said, "Oh, I was just thirsty, Mom." The game's still going on.
Sounds like that's what my nephew's
doing. Get back
doing.
out in the field.
So my brother said, we're thinking now karate. Maybe he'll like karate. I said, oh, he's young. Let him enjoy it. Oh.
You gotta like everything when you're young, right?
Yeah, let them enjoy
try
it.
everything.
Christina Rogavine, nice. Nice drill back
All right,
down.
they got some numbers here now. Oh,
Oh.
what a defensive play there
She is scrappy.
by
that girl.
Monomoy. Wow. She knew that kick was coming, but she lined it up and defended it nicely, or else Nantucket would have had some numbers with people inside.
Ooh. Is that a handball? It looked like
It was no, it was a handball after the fact. The ball was out of bounds. The whistle was blowing before the ball even came down.
For those of you who are not sitting here, this is called true multitasking, because Dick was looking actually kind of to his right, but the left eye caught that movement as he was looking at his notes. So that was very impressive.
You gotta
I noticed
be
all.
able to multitask.
Emmett Pierre is playing a great game. Out of bounds. You throw
Well,
it for Nantucket.
at least today there's 2 of us here. I've never done a soccer game alone, but I've done football alone, I've done softball, I did volleyball alone.
Elbow.
And you're talking about multitasking when you're doing a game alone.
All right, let's win it back, guys.
Basically, you're talking out loud to yourself is what you're
That's
saying.
it, yeah.
But you know what? I find myself talking out loud to myself more and
On a
more.
regular basis.
If you're passing me on the road and it looks like I'm on the phone, think again. I'm just talking to myself. 18 from Monomoy. See, look at her.
I used to talk out loud so I would remember things I had to do, but
Right.
that doesn't work as well anymore. Now I got to say it out loud and then write it down on a piece of paper next to me.
Biz commented to me when she was home. She notices me doing that a lot, and I said, well, what's the problem? Could have talked to somebody, right? I'm starting to like talking to myself. 11:18 on the clock, Dick. 0-0. What do you have for us?
Island Lumber, 1 Popus Road, go Whalers, rain or shine, Island Lumber is always on time.
Let's go, Nantucket. We want to get back up to that midi line, keep that pressure on Luli Days on the field. Oh. Lake Lazarus. I missed that play. What do you think the coach is thinking right now, Dick, with the 10:48 on the clock and still no score? Do you think he's feeling good about this?
I think both coaches
Fair game.
are feeling that we got to get a goal. And then,
Oh,
and
nice
as I
trap
said
by
that,
Paige Albertson.
I don't think either one of them are going to be happy with a 0-0 score at halftime. And I think more so Nantucket, because it's Nantucket's home game, you know?
Right. But now that I know the history behind this, I don't know. You called it when you were saying, this is a little bit of a historic game. Who's going to score first? Catherine Pittman drilling it up there. The problem is no front line.
Good job, Paige. Well done.
That's when I think it can fall apart, is when you've got somebody like a Catherine Pittman Dick who's so fast on her feet, can get the ball up there, but you don't have the offensive line up there because you've got 5 in that midi line. Luli Day staying on Monomoy player. Ooh, seeing some strong kicks from these girls, Dick. This has got to be one of the strongest teams we've seen play all season.
Yes.
Now, will Monomoy be in tournament play, or they're non-league, correct?
Well, they could
He can still
face
play
each
them.
other in the tournament, yeah. You just never know who you going to get paired up against, because teams get ranked and get rated, and then
So how does that work? Say, for example, you have both teams have a 500 record, we'll say.
well, then they have to go to a tiebreaker, and sometimes the tiebreaker goes to a flip of a coin. So the entire,
Really?
yeah,
Like
so
literally a flip of the coin.
literally a flip of the coin, because they'll let's say a team is 500 with 7, 7, and 2, and another team is 500 with 5, 5, and 4. The 7, 7, 2 team would have more wins, so they would have the tiebreaker. But if both teams are 7, 7, and 2, and both teams, finish the same in their league, and they go through a couple other tiebreakers, then it comes down to flipping a coin.
Interesting.
But if both teams go into the tournament with 500 records, the chances of them meeting are not going to happen, because they both would be ranked around 14th or 15th, and they'd have to go up against a team that's ranked, second or third. That's how they pair them up.
Interesting.
But if Nantucket goes in with a good record, they win the rest of their games, and they go into the tournament with, say, 10, 3, and 2, they'd get a high ranking. And if Monomoy goes in with the 500 record, then they could match up against Monomoy in the first round, yeah.
Interesting. So interesting. And to think it's kind of comes back to something archaic, if you will. It's just a simple coin toss,
Coin toss, and
in
yeah,
nowadays,
right.
in this day and age of technology and stats, you
Right.
would think it would be a bit more convoluted than that, and yet it comes back down to a coin toss. I like that. Jackie Jordan just replacing Catherine Pittman, seeing some action on the field, and in a great position in that corner to try to cross it over.
Nantucket a couple of times, especially in basketball, has been involved with that. And the coin toss is taken up at the MIA office with nobody else watching except the MIAA people.
Interesting.
There's not a newspaper guy there watching, a third party. It's just them. And so sometimes,
No Cadillac Frank
yeah,
Salemi or
yeah,
any of
yeah.
those
So
characters.
sometimes
Nice hustle
you,
by
you,
Emma
you get
Pierce.
ranked 13th, and you're going against a powerhouse team, and the team that gets ranked 12th is going against an easy team, and you say, wow, that doesn't seem fair.
Interesting. Jackie Jordan, nice
Oh,
hustle, and you know what? One of the best
nobody
shots
there.
we've seen in the game right now.
You gotta
Nice job.
have somebody there.
That was a deep cross. She set that up brilliantly, Jackie Jordan. It's too bad somebody was not there in that front line to drill that home for a goal, Dick.
A nice power shot, and that was brought to us by Outdoor Power, Nantucket's location for new equipment, parts, and service and more. 85 Pleasant Street. Outdoor Power, proud sponsor of Lady Whaler Sports.
Anna Stedman, a sophomore, checking in for Nina Wilson to give her a break. This girl has been playing solid. And she does not look any rest for the weary, so to speak. She looks like she's ready to go back in the way she's running. Ballinger in that collision there. Stedman trying to make something happen. Maybe what he's going to tell these girls, I think at halftime, my guess is, remember that old adage, the ball is your friend. Keep that going with it. Try an extra step or two within your rhythm with that ball. Don't give it away so quickly. Set it up.
It is always... So it's pretty accurate up there. He says 540, what's reading 534.
Did you pray for that to happen too?
I
How did that happen?
did pray for that to happen. Keep the clock running on the right time. Now my what I was going to bring up as he gave us the exact time was, here we are down to just a little bit over 5 minutes. If it stays 0-0, do you make a major change at halftime and come out with something
Right.
different in the second half?
Great
And-
drop back by Emma Pierce.
And if you watched the Patriots game Sunday,
I
you
did.
saw that the Patriots completely changed how they're going to run the offense in the second half. They were throwing to the wide receivers. They were throwing down the field. They come out the second half and they throw to the tight ends out of one formation. They scored 3 touchdowns off the
I
same
know, that was
formation. 2
incredible.
of them to White and 1 of them to
Because I was
Gronk.
getting a little nervous there about them.
Yeah,
It was Cincinnati, right?
Cincinnati was playing very well for
They
about
were.
2.5 quarters.
Who was their quarterback? I didn't recognize him.
Dalton.
The red-headed gentleman.
Dalton.
He's
Dalton?
good.
The Red
Yeah.
Rooster.
The
Dalton.
Red Rooster.
Good.
He is
It's a
good,
song
but
about-
he's a type of quarterback. When he's good, he's
The
very,
rooster.
very good. And then you get him out of his game, and he's not that good.
Yeah. Who did he play for, Dick?
He's always played for Cincinnati. I forget what
No,
college
college.
he played. Yeah, I forget what college he came out of. Yeah.
Rosha Kelly. Oh, trying to cross and a collision in the corner there.
But the Cincinnati coach, he just can't win the big ones.
That poor.
He's
I
never
was
won.
kind of feeling for him. They were
he's-
saying that. Yeah.
He's never won. He's never won a playoff game.
know.
They are in the playoffs every year, and unless they turn it around in a hurry, they won't make the playoffs this year. But five straight years in the playoffs, losing every first round game. It's just they can't get up for the big games.
Yeah, they were talking about that on the air, but their quarterback looks like he's got great potential. I mean, he had moments of brilliance, and then I
Oh,
thought,
yeah.
something's not quite right. He looked like he was rushing it. Ooh.
Here it is. Here it
Stebbin
is.
trying to kick it into Emma Pierce.
Oh. I don't think she got the strongest shot she wanted, but
think-
she put
yep.
it on net.
I think that was a good example of another 1 or 2 step stick with that ball, feign a move, catch them off
Yeah,
guard.
she just took the shot very
Right.
quickly then. And I agree with you. If she
Would've feinted the left,
stopped the
feinted the right,
ball
get it
and
in.
moved it up a little bit, she would have got a little bit more on the shot. We're down to 3 minutes here. It's still 0-0.
Well, neither team has a lock on scoring at this point. It's 0-0 Nantucket, which is really unusual that we're seeing this right now. Ooh, Monomoy ball.
Final 3 minutes will be brought to us by the Sea Grill. All the locals go for great fish and excellent seafood. The Sea Grill, 45 Sparks Ave.
Paige Albertson getting tested here. A lot of deep kicks on this team. A lot of strength.
Yeah, this is dangerous right now. Just under 2.5 minutes, and Monomoy is going to have a chance. But Nantucket, did defend it. Missed on the first try, but now Monomoy is going to have another shot at it.
Throwing with Monomoy, trying to make something happen.
Right now, Nantucket's defending by just keep kicking the ball out. The clock is running down to 2 minutes.
Third throw-in with Monomoy. Yeah, Nantucket is having a hard time clearing it there. Nantucket's doing a little bit of chasing. They have got to control this ball more than they're controlling it.
Yeah, neither team wants to give up a goal here with under 2 minutes to go here. And right now, Monomoy is making like they want to get a goal. Let's see if Nantucket can get a rush going and get it up this end. We have about 1:40 to go in this first half, but Monomoy is putting a little bit of pressure on the Whalers right now.
They sure are, but that was brilliant play by Ballinger and Jordan. This girl, number 1, I don't think we've covered her before, but I like how she's playing. She's fast,
Quick.
very. Less than a minute to go. I cannot wait for the second half. I'm wondering, should I interview Paige at halftime or let her breathe?
You might want to let her breathe. It's up to
Yeah.
you.
You think let her breathe and maybe we can snag her at the end of the game? That could go either way.
It could go either way. If you can get somebody.
How about Sabrina
maybe
Dawson?
Sabrina.
Yeah.
If you might get them just before they go into their break. It's about 40.
Yep.
About 40 seconds to go here.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is,
Is she expecting you?
um,
You mentioned it to her?
well, Grace Bartlett said we could talk with her on the air, but I wanted to get the goalie that's actually in the game right now.
Why don't
Jackie,
you
get
do
away
it when
from
the
blue.
game's on? That's even better, if possible.
Yeah, let me
Get 'em
grab.
to sit in while we're in the second half.
So you know what? I will set
that
that
all
up
right,
for the second half, and
Gra-
we'll
yeah,
get Sabrina
yeah,
over for a
if you
minute
want
or
to bring
two.
Sabrina over
Yep,
or
that'd be
Grace
great.
over as the game starts, right?
That'd be
We
great.
have about
Perfect.
That
50.
way, people can still watch
Right.
the game.
Absolutely.
We still have about
We aim to please.
You got it.
handball. There's probably only about 10 seconds left. And there it is.
All right, good job,
So we have played one half here and it's still 0-0. So that means that these two teams have played 3 halves, 1.5 games, and nobody has scored. We're going to take a short break. Paul's going to line up some guests to sit in here in the second half, and we'll be back with second half action.